Yes, this is John G. Sutton. Thank you very much for watching Tales from the Jails. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about Christmas 1975 at HM Prison Wormwood Scrubs. That's London West 12, by the way. So, as I previously discussed, I was posted to the Scrubs following the prison officers training school, and it was December of 1975, and I was working on C Wing. And as it was approaching Christmas, the principal officer called me and said, "Mr. Sutton, you're in charge of Christmas Day dinners. You're going to be the officer in charge of that, so organise it, yeah?" That basically meant, I wasn't cooking the dinner, and all I was doing was arranging the service of the dinners, because obviously the dinner was prepared in the cookhouse. But I had to make it a little bit festive, because we wanted people to feel not exactly happy, because let's face it, they were in prison, but to actually alleviate the tension, because at Christmas in prison you get people that become seriously distressed because they can't be with the family. So I thought, well, we'll make it a bit of fun, So I thought we had a little kind of a Christmas tree, which we put near the hatch where we were serving, because they had a serving hatch, and it was actually a hot plate, and the inmates came in one side, went through the hot plate, got served the dinner, and came out the other side. And they have special treats on Christmas Day. Seriously, it's not all brutality. And for a treat, one of the treats was they got a half a mug of coffee, like half a pint of coffee, because they have plastic cups, Inmates have plastic cups. So I thought, well, we'll do something a little bit different, to just cheer things up. So I asked for volunteers to have a little choir, so we could have carols as they came down, as the inmates came down to collect the meal. They came down a landing at a time, So I thought, it's all right. I realised, listen, I'm not a racist, I'm a humorist, yeah. So I asked for some volunteers to sing carols, and there was four big black guys, 6'2" black men, I said, would you, be prepared to sing carols for us on Christmas Day while they're serving lunch, as people come down for their lunch, They said, oh, it's great fun. What we're going to sing? Well, I realise this is not politically correct, but I asked them if they would sing White Christmas, yeah? So I went through the routine with them, these four big black guys singing, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just for a joke, Struck me as funny. Anyway, sorted it all out, got everything sorted, made sure everybody was ready for the meal to be served. And these guys next to the Christmas tree, and serving the coffee, because they went through, got the meals, got the coffee, they went off back to the cells, and and these guys came up to me on the day, and they said, right, we're ready, ready, boss, They call you Gov, Yeah, ready, Gov, Yeah, great, let's go for it, So I got got the meals in, got them from the thing, everybody lined up, and the people serving the meals had little paper hats on and all the rest of it, and right, start people off. And as they were coming down to be served for the Christmas dinner, these big black guys, they're all singing, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Because everybody's pissing themselves laughing at these big black guys singing that, which was, it lifted the tension, you know what I mean? Because there is a bit of tension there, yeah? Until we get to the end of the meal serving, and this great big Irishman come in, and he got his coffee, and he said, it's got to be a sort of cat. I don't know quite what he was arguing about, but he didn't like the fact that he only got half a cup, half a mug. Everybody got half a mug because that's all there was. If we'd given any more, there wouldn't be any to go round. So he started an argument with the guy who was giving out the coffee and grabbed hold of him. Next thing you know, punches are flying. The team goes in to drag him off, and this guy was a big guy. Well, I was in there as well, dragged him off. And always remember this: if you ever end up in jail, they always keep a couple of cells completely empty. These are ready for people who kick off. So we dragged him down the landing, kicking and fighting and the full Monty, and this was a big fella. And we get him into this cell. Well, and once you get him in the cell, the problem is that they realise that what they've done, and they start to get suicidal sometimes, seriously. So you've got to take the clothes off them. I mean, you get a 6'4", 18-stone Irishman who's wanting to murder you. You try undressing him. You can't just say, let's slip this shirt off, my friend. No chance. You've got to rip the bloody things off. So once you get right down to it, and they're kicking off and trying to hit you, I'm holding onto his head. That was the bit I got. On top of his chest, holding onto his head. Well, everybody else was ripping his clothes off, just to protect him, really. It wasn't a punishment. This was to protect him from himself. Yeah, seriously. So we're at the end of the cell, right at the end of the cell, and the principal officer who was standing at the door, or senior officer, I forget what he was, he said, right, everybody out. He said, Mr. Sutton, hold him down there. He said, when I say move, get up and get out of this cell. So I want to get out of that cell. You can believe that, yeah? Because if this guy gets hold of me, I'm toast. He's just enormous. So I'm holding his head down on the floor, doing as best I can, to hold him there safely. Everybody else jumps off, runs out. Immediately, he says, right, out. I let go. Stand up, because I'm on the floor, don't forget. Stand up. No sooner do I stand up and try to run out the cell, and this guy jumps up and runs at me. 6'4", naked Irishman, running at me to headbutt me. He headbutts me right here, yeah? Except, as he was coming at me to headbutt me, I jumped up and kind of responded, as you do, And so our heads clashed right near the door. And this guy, as God is my witness, he flipped over backwards, hit the floor, and slid to the back of the cell, completely unconscious. The senior officer says to me, my God, I have never seen anything like that in my life. How that happened, I think it was like a supernatural intervention, because, he was twice my size, and he was determined to actually nail me through that door, Didn't happen. Bang! Whew, and he flew off my head, hit the floor. He was out for quite some time, and to be honest, it didn't really faze me at all. I just said, that's it, let's go and finish the dinner off, let's get it served and get everybody away. Happy days. Wormwood Scrubs, Christmas Day 1975. Thank you for listening to Tales from the Jails, and you can read more about this in my book, Psychic Screw, which is available, by the way, on Amazon. Thank you.